pull my paddleboard.
Hello and welcome to our recorded segment of the monthly brew gathering. I am one of the co-hosts here, Zane McFarlane, a rising Virgo, Sun Pisces, and Capricorn Moon, here to help bring a practical view to the energies that are happening within this season. And tonight is joining me is Rochelle. Welcome.
Thanks. I'm like, who else is your co-host now?
I don't
Or are
know.
we manifesting that we're welcoming guest co-hosts? Leave you with that thought. We'll put a pin in it. My name is Rochelle McFarlane. I'm an energetic medicine woman here to help you with the gifts that have been blessed by the stars. I am a rising Pisces, Libra moon, and a Capricorn sun here to help you merge with the brew and offer body tools so that you too can awaken your wellness and ride those transits. I am excited to have this class. It was our first of 2026. So, welcome for those that have just found us and have just started following us. We meet every month. We want to help you live into astrology just like we have. So then life can feel a little bit more at ease, would you say, Zane? Or we don't really use it in a predictive way. We kind of learn to use it to help navigate life and the surprises.
Navigate where to maybe bring our focus in a little bit, being that honing the knife in a sense of where should we hone our skills, where should we focus them, where should we direct our energy, and maybe where should we pull back a little bit more in that sense of that ebb and flow, where to ebb and when to flow, right? So it's more of that sense of predictive kind of astrology, but the sense of how can we look at our own chart and go, this is where I need to flow right now in life, and this is where I need to push a little bit more.
Yeah.
So tonight we are going into Aquarius season, and we're talking about Aquarius season this time. So yeah, exciting.
It is.
Aquarius is going to move in on January 19th this year, 5:45 p.m. That is PST time. So, this Aquarius season, what energy does Aquarius bring? The sense of core traits Aquarius brings in is that sense of innovative, independent, original, visionary, and intellectual side of things Aquarius brings in. And that's just the face value in a sense, the simple pieces it brings in, where it can bring in from personality and mindset. It can be humanitarian, progressive, forward-thinking, open-minded, idealistic. And then the social side of it is friendly, unconventional, community orientated, and equality focused. The strengths Aquarius bring in and the strength that Aquarius has is creative problem solver, objective mindset. Again, that int
Inventive.
inventive,
I
thank
got
you,
you. You're welcome.
and future focused. So that mind thinking in the future, how we're going to move in. But it also has challenges, just like me speaking sometimes, where it's got detachment, emotionally reserved, it's got rebellious nature to it, unpredictability, and stubborn in beliefs. So we can be stubborn in beliefs where it is in our chart.
Mhm.
And then,
The sun also can just be bringing in that energy for the collective.
yes,
This is it can be a sticky kind of time too, noticing it's that fixed energy. It can have that capacity to feel isolated. It can also have the part of like having too many changes happening at one time or stagnant, not enough changes. So Aquarius is an air sign, it's fixed to air, and it's ruled by Saturn in traditional terms. And in our newer astrology, it's has Uranus or Uranus, however you'd like to pronounce that. And this is where that technology is really going to be heightened, I think, is going to be happening. We're going to probably see more AI, more things happening in the air as well. We've already started to see it for those that have been watching, along with the media and what's happening as far as new technologies going up into the air. This is going to be an interesting season. So this will be a time for us to really, I think, slow down even more. What do you think, Zane?
Yeah, that sense of slowdown, maybe stepping back from community a little bit, and that sense of focusing on self a little bit more and what our goals as individuals are. Because Aquarius is also that sense of community, and it's generally in the collective house of community. And so it's maybe that sense of needing to step back, even though the collective energy is feeling, I need to step into community a little bit more. Maybe you need to look at your own chart and step back a little bit and see where that is highlighting and
Mm-hmm.
focus there.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those that are rising Aquariuses, this is your new year. This is a time for you to start visioning and having that sense of what do you want to create for yourself. When the sun comes into that first house, this is about showing up as your most authentic self, being able to embrace those individual quirks, which is why I'm wearing my hat backwards today, because that's part of my individual quirk. Depending on how naturally want to stand out from the social norms, this is the sun is activating that first house. You want to take on the second house there?
And the second house is about money's values and resources. This is so if Aquarius is here, it's how you earn through unconventional means, your personal values, and what gives you a sense of freedom and security, often tied to independence rather than tradition.
I love that.
The third house is communication and learning, your way of thinking, speaking, and sharing ideas. Aquarius energy here highlights progressive thinking, technology, social media, and communicating for the collective. Want to do the fourth house?
Sure. So the fourth house, this is where Aquarius is for you. This is about home, roots, your inner world, your chosen family, your emotional foundations, and like what it actually means to feel home within yourself. And it might, again, Aquarius brings this flavor of non-traditional living. It's about being not conventional. It's about having more about your need for personal space. Want to go on the fifth?
Fifth is creativity, pleasure, and children. The original self-expression coming from here, innovative creativity and unconventional romance. This house reflects creating for joy, liberation, and self-expression rather than approval. So that sense
Ooh,
of let's create for the sense of joy for self, not looking for that community approval of look at what I've created.
the sixth house, this is where our health, our work, and our daily routines are. When it comes to the daily health, wellness, and service, Aquarius really wants us to come into alternative ways of healing, flexible routines, and to be able to see how to benefit humanity and align with a cause.
The seventh house is relationships and partnerships. This is where one-on-one connections, contracts, and marriage sits in the chart. Aquarius energy seeks equality, freedom, intellectual connection, and relationships that feel like true partnerships rather than this sense of going back and forth of community and a group setting, more of that individual one-on-one looking.
So if Aquarius is in your eighth house, this is your transformation and shared resources. There's going to be this light, life, and vitality coming to the desire for deep change, intimacy, collective resources, and breaking old patterns, old paradigms, having that sense of radical healing and awakening through shared experiences and energetic exchange. So let the weird come on out.
The ninth is higher learning and expansion. This is where travel, philosophy, spirituality, and higher knowledge is happening with Aquarius coming into the ninth house if you're ninth house Aquarius. It's about expanding that consciousness, future-oriented beliefs, and learning that uplifts society. So learn something to help bring to the community later on, to help uplift it as a collective.
Nice. The 10th house is about career, your public image. This is where you're really on your own life mission. This is about you expanding, exploring your individuality, being able to influence innovative careers, careers around technology, leadership, being able to help with that leadership in change and humanitarian work, and being a visionary in your field. If you're finding Aquarius in the 10th house, it is time for you to rise this next season.
And with Aquarius in the 11th house, this is where it's at home, where it is for the collective, and it could be for you. It is highlighting that sense of your tribe, your social networks, and long-term goals. This is, again, that sense of bringing in that natural energy of Aquarius, collective dreams, the sense of friendships, and creating a better future together.
On the 12th house, if this is where Aquarius is for you, this is going to be in your health access, about the subconscious, about the karma and endings. Well, there's just going to be this hidden world part, being really connected to past life themes, spiritual healing. Aquarius energy in the 12th house is collective karma. It is about cosmic awareness and releasing old timelines for the greater good. There is so much that is happening in the transits when it comes to the collective good and releasing old timelines. So, regardless of where Aquarius is in your chart, Aquarius season is going to be about that technology of time, about us being able to really align with what it is that we're looking for, what we're growing towards, and to give ourselves the time to pay attention to what makes us the individual of who we are. We're going to do a quick check in with those that are here live. We're going to pause this a little bit, and for those in the recording, it's actually going to all run smoothly together and look like one timeline. So we'll be right back.
And
Nice.
welcome back. Now, so that was the sun, the Aquarius moving into the sun. Sun moving into Aquarius.
Yes, we're not even
Yes,
in a Mercury
we got it.
retrograde.
Woo,
That's okay.
let's go.
Woo! Let me know down below. Are you someone who gets tongue tied up a lot? Because it's okay. You're not alone. We're creating a club and we meet once a month. That's the second Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's called the Brew Gathering. That's the recording that you're watching right now. So thanks for watching. Leave us a comment down below if you know where Aquarius is in your chart. And if you don't know, book a reading and we are here to help you out with that. Today is such an interesting day as recording this. There is a quick story moment. Whenever the moon is in Virgo, that is an entanglement for Zane, and the moon has left Virgo and is going into Libra. So noticing where the moon is in your chart is also something that's really important to do because it changes every 2 to 2.5 days and it shifts signs. So this controls the emotions, this controls our waters within ourselves as well as around on the planet. There is really a huge moon coming up in Aquarius season. Zane, you want to talk about this big full moon that's happening?
This big full moon that's happening. in Leo, the Leo full moon, of course it's big. Leo just wants to soak up that spotlight. Be big, be bold, and shine the light as on February 1st, 2:09 a.m. on 4 Energy Day, we have the full moon in Leo. Now, the full moon in Leo, this brings a sense of release, that sense of how can we release so then we can step further into the spotlight? How can we let go of things to then plant new seeds to then help us grow into that sense of spotlight once the new moon rolls around for that Leo season? So, this is a peak of emotional expansion, creativity, and heart-centered confidence, a balancing point to the cooler, more cerebral Aquarius energy.
Yes, the
So,
mental energy. The heart and the mind are meeting together. There is such an interesting thing that's going to happen with this full moon. Usually we stay really isolated, but I want to bring forward that tend the matters of the heart. Look at what you're letting go of. Look at what you're wanting to bring in. And gosh darn it, celebrate the wins that you've had. There is going to be a little bit of action in for Mars on this. So this could be a moon that could feel aggressive for some people. It could also feel like a need to be recognized, a need to be seen, be heard. And for those that have a lot happening in Leo in their chart, natally in their chart, they could really be feeling this. So if there's check the fixed signs in your charts, notice what could be getting activated from your chart, because I believe that this is going to be a big one and that's going to help us with our community relationships and connections. The manifestation I'd like to see is more light being shone on the matters of the heart and more love happening into this world. So I don't know if there's anything you want to add on that.
hmm, nothing really more on that one, no.
Yeah. It might be also felt in the physical body a little bit more because it's happening on a 4 energy day. 4 is about the practicality. How do I build foundation within myself and on the physical plane? So giving yourself a lot of time to be able to connect with the physical body before this full moon happens. So mark your calendars. That is for February the 1st, 2026. We get to start off February with a full moon. So it's always interesting to see when months start off with full moons and then how the rest of the month plays out. The new moon in Aquarius will happen on February 17th, 2026 at 4:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's going to happen on a 2 energy day. So this is a time for us to really collaborate, planting seeds of intention of who do we want in our space? Who do we want in our community? Who do we want to connect with? And then of course, the intuition. There's going to be a solar eclipse that's going to happen. It's happening at 29 degrees of Aquarius. And anything that happens at 29 degrees of a sign can be really potent energy that needs to be, it doesn't go out quietly. Let me just say that. There's this connection to how do we want a community align with those that feel good for us. So taking some time for this new moon, Zane, what kinds of things would you say when it comes to working with that new moon in Aquarius? I think we have a couple of questions there further down in our notes.
Well, this gives us insights into what themes will show up once the lunar nodes are in Aquarius and Leo come July 2026. So this year, once those nodes shift, it'll kind of give us a little bit of that foreshadow of what to maybe expect. So notice what comes up into your life and what needs to exit your life. In astrology, eclipses this are seen about light and darkness in our lives. And so that sense of where's the light, where's the darkness, and that sense of where are the endings going and what needs to be closed. So then the door to the light, or the door that then maybe has that light bulb on, can be opened, and how to enter that new space as it may have changed since last time we revisited it. And that sense of life is ever changing and things are ever changing. And sometimes it's a project that we're returning to, maybe this eclipse, or it might be a completely brand new project, idea, thing that we're entering into. And it can be this sense of we have something envisioned in our mind how it's going to look. But then once we step into it, it's a completely different space. It's a completely different idea. So notice what things you may need to let go of during this new moon and lunar eclipse, and what you may need to start thinking of that you want to come into your space, into your life.
Yeah. And it's interesting to look at as we can use astrology as this tool to make sense of happenings. There's, yeah, giving ourselves permission to see what's being played out. I just can't stop thinking about how we had mishaps in our home life and our career life to then all of a sudden shifting. So it'll be neat to see what kind of where in areas we can gain more clarity collectively speaking, and also to set those intentions of like what collective or personal goals feel most aligned with our highest creativity, our most authentic self. And for those that are on our email list, we'll send out some journal prompts. If you want to join our email list, you can go do that at the energeticbrew.ca, and we send out nothing but goodness. So with that, I really want to play into the aspects of what will happen when we don't have body tools. We can become dysregulated. We can become, even in the regulation and being able to create more regulation, this is where body tools will come really, really important to us. We have put in the kidney meridian so that you can align yourself more so with that genius within yourself, that part of you that wants to be seen, the part of you that wants to be heard. And of course, during this season of Aquarius, detoxing is going to be really important for us. We've come off this heightened part of Capricorn season, really having a lot of drive, wanting to get things done. Maybe the motivation and all of the things are happening and can be piling up. There can be also a lot of parts of the media showing us like it's January 1st, it's a brand new year, and we can have all of this hype. And then when we head into Aquarius season and we head into February, we can sometimes drift off and lose our motivation. So this is where we brought in the kidney meridian, and I think Zane, you have that ready to show
Yes.
on our screen
I
there.
will bring it up now.
Cool. And so here with the kidney meridian, are you able to hit present? Oh yeah, you've got this.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
hitting
know how to do
percent.
this.
I push buttons too fast.
Yeah, it's okay.
There we go.
And this can be what can be happening too within our technology. So allow our personal experience to help inspire you and empower you to claim that humanness within yourself. So the card here is personal perspective. Is it time to let go of concern for success and failure? Or is there this part that do you need to be proactive in your own interests? So funny that this is the card. I know that I'll be leaning into it. Some of my contracts have shifted and changed. And so instead of feeling like I need to throw myself a pity party, I'm going to be able to play attention to more of my own interests. There is this connection to the kidney meridian. It is on both sides of our body. So it starts at the bottom of the foot and up to the collarbone. So as we trace this meridian, we're within 3 inches hovering over the body, we can be touching the body, we can be using deep massage. And of course, if you're doing this on someone else, seek out permission before touching someone. We want to give others their autonomy so they know how to give us our autonomy as well and respect body space. So as you trace this meridian, notice how it feels in your body based on different intentions throughout Aquarius season. This isn't about a one and done. This is about taking the time to have your body align with this energy. Zane, is there anything that I missed?
Hmm.
Mm.
What you got?
It was just about how the reason why we chose it. This is very close to the starting point by the ankles, and this is where Aquarius lives in our body, is around our ankles. So this is about, again, aligning with that Aquarian energy, the uniqueness and the intelligence that lies within us, and being able to flush out anything that doesn't belong, especially with this ecliptic energy coming in, where as we're recording this, we are in the portal of the eclipse already. So knowing and understanding how to work with that ecliptic energy, like we can start with the body, being able to help support its ability to detox and let go of things. Yeah, I feel good on that one.
Yeah. Well, and the other reason why we were picking this meridian was also to help bring in that closing of the Capricorn season and the stepping into Aquarius season. So because sometimes we can be in that collective overwhelm energy of for everybody and within my group, but sometimes we need to step back for our own interests and things that we want to do. But then that closing tie for Capricorn, as Capricorn can have that little bit of friction with that success and failure. I'm going to leave it at that for friction with success and failure because there's that positive of really marching good for success, and sometimes is fearful of that failure or is just stuck in it and wants to mope in it, maybe.
I'd
So,
like to also add some might also have a fear of success and thinking,
yeah,
what will I have to do in order to be in the shoes of that success? And it's easier to fail. And I'm only speaking from my own personal experience. For those that are appreciating my vulnerability, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if that is something that you've also been struggling with, because it's an interesting dynamic. But here's the cool part. Using these body tools helps us to transform our beliefs, helps us to also leave things in the past and to be able to create fertilizer from past wherever we've been, whatever chaos has happened from before. So yeah, I feel like we've covered a lot of things. We probably should go check in with our group that's here with us live. We were sort of on a roll, and having that Capricorn driven energy to get to sort of the finish line in a sense. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to share it. Give us some love down below in the comments. Leave your questions and watch for the link where you can join us again for the second Thursday in February. I'm just going to grab my, you probably have it at your fingertips, don't you?
it will be February 12th.
Yeah.
The 12th
Good
of
time.
February, 7 p.m.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
Thanks again. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching and sharing your time with us. Make it a wonderful day, and we'll see you again. Be sure to follow us on our social medias on Facebook or Instagram. That's where we post on a regular basis, sharing more body tools for the day to day, not just for one big part of your season, but from the day to day as well. Thanks again.
Till next time.